you about theater acting?
Yeah. I'm excited for this one.
For this why
James Lipton?
Why does the
Why
theater
is it
kid
so weird?
How do we beat out the theater kid energy style out of acting? How does it develop? Like where does it begin? Do people know that it's like annoying and bad and no one wants to see someone talk like this all the time? And wow, we're all here.
I was going to ask for an impression of it and I got it.
Okay.
So you're talking, the music theater thing of, I was in New York and I was 22 years old and that kind of acting or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you then see, I think, in film, like, because a lot of these people learn.
Are you talking strictly like in a professional sense, or are we talking like off screen in real life? Why is your personality like this?
No, I don't. They're all very nice people. It just is a grading style of acting that is.
It's a defense mechanism.
Okay.
I mean, that thing I was saying about wanting to be seen, if I was directing those actors, I'd be like, okay, try it again, and this time just talk.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, that's what I was doing. And then they would start again, and they would probably do the like voice. They would like put it on. Yeah, the Shakespeare voice, which is like, my liege, I did deny no prisoners. And you're like, whoa, okay, that's really hard to listen to. I don't know what's happening. It's the thing that makes you check out in plays. And it happens all the time with Shakespeare. Go to Shakespeare in the Park, and the reason why your lids are shutting after 5 seconds is because they're not talking. They're like doing Shakespeare voice.
Yeah.
And it's because they feel like they have to like bridge some distance between them and this archaic text. And really the answer is like, Dan, just talk it the way Dan would talk it, like we're talking right now. And the minute they do that, it feels really uncomfortable and vulnerable, but it's the thing that helps us actually listen as an audience. And so that's like a huge part of my job. And it sounds so simple, but it is so difficult for most actors to actually genuinely talk and genuinely listen. Most people listen like, oh, yeah, right. No, and it's like you're anticipating what Brian's going to say rather than just really listening.
I just did a day on the movie.
Yes.
And by far the most difficult part was when I was not talking.
That's right.
And there were two actors singing, and I just had to like in my hand like, am I looking like an idiot?
Yes.
What am I like? I was like, no, actually I have to listen. I have to be present and react. But I'm just like, because the cameras, it was like a 2-shot and they were on the other side of me. And they're like, oh, I'm very visible.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
and what does it even look? How do I
You can just do what I do. Just lower your chin a little bit and then have your eye contact. It's like, yeah, I'm listening.
I mean,
what's the Joey thing? Just do math in your head.
Oh, really? Is that what he does?
Wait, what's Joey and Friends?
Joey and Friends was doing math.
He just adds big numbers in his head. And then
yeah, that tracks. That's good for him and for that character.
And did that process work for you, Dan?
I didn't try it.
You didn't go there, but
actually I was really present.
After
I was
that,
in the moment.
I mean, you're not like, listen, you're not alone. Like everyone would have that experience having the camera on them. You're suddenly aware of like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I'm supposed to be listening. How do I do that?
Right.
Yeah.
And the way we listen is
we're like little thing, because I've directed stuff when you see how people listen. They're just like, what are you doing with your face? Like, why are you like twitching your mouth? Like, you're like frozen.
Yeah. Because true, genuine listening means your attention is on the other person. But in that moment, you were watching Dan going like, what am I doing? Wait, hold on. How do I listen? And it's really uncomfortable, but it's like, as soon as you can notice that and then let it go again. But it's really challenging. I'm not saying this is like easy or like the greats don't struggle with this still. Like I can work with like tremendous veteran actors and I'm still reminding them, I'm like, you're not really listening there. And they're like, you're right. And they can feel it faster, but it's a really like huge bedrock of theater. And this gets into something that I'm actually very passionate about, where I'm like, I get very scared about the craft of acting falling away. And this sounds really stupid and nerdy, but like, this is a craft that gets passed down through people. And if we don't continue to learn it, things like that, which I would hope everyone can learn so that it makes great acting, will just get lost to the wayside. And we get TikTok listening, because if you come off of like the internet, you're used to like a phone that's not responding to you. It's not a live thing.
Yeah.
So of course, when you like get on set and you finally have real actors with you, you're like, wait, this isn't how it works. Can you go away?
Yeah.
Like,
are there any tells where if you see an actor, you're like, okay, you're coming up through like screen, like a phone acting style, the craft isn't there, or like something's not translating?
I think it's just intuition. I mean, this for me, it's like years of like developing an eye and an understanding of like locating when something's not working. Sometimes it's that.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a feeling. I mean, you guys probably have this, like I have it, where it's like the first 3 lines of any book, like you can know if you're like, oh, I can fuck with this author. Like this is going to be my jam, or like they're taking good care of me. And it's the same with like performance. Like I know in the first 5 seconds of a play, I'm like, oh no,
damn,
I'm not going to be able to make it through this.
I need help.
And I always hold the director responsible. It's never the actor's fault. I'm like, you were not taken care of.
How do you, every time I watch like a new play, I'm like, and if it's not working, I'm like, is it the right, like, it's hard for me to like know if it's the writing or the performances or the directing.
Yeah.
Or even like, I'll see whatever classic plays, but this is the first time I've seen it. And so there'll be people like, what did I see? Oh, I saw Gypsy. With Audra McDonald. Yeah. And she was amazing, but then like the people I was with was like, oh, it was like she didn't do it right. You know, it was with the, and it's like, well, I don't know any of the like history of this play, of this musical, how it's supposed to be done, the different, you know. So how do you even know if something is good or relative to what? Yeah.
I mean, that's tricky. It's a great question. Like, I fall more into your camp where I'm like, I shouldn't have to know fucking context, especially when it comes to music theater. That's not my bag, and I don't know a lot. I'm not passionate about it. I don't direct those. And so like if I go and like I don't have a good time, I'm like, that's on you. Like, it's not about like, well, you should have seen the 1978 revival when Sutton Foster. No, it was iconic. And they like get into this lore with you, and you're like, I'm sorry, I just watched the thing and it didn't work. That's your job.
I have one opportunity a decade to see this.
Like, sorry, like I'm not gonna like forgive it because of some context. So I just don't think that's the responsibility again of like any piece of art is like, you need to watch it. For myself as a director, one of the exercises that's really important for me is watch it as you, Dan, in that first time seeing it. I need to watch whatever play I'm directing as a first time listener. I'm like, am I hearing everything? Do I know that person's name? So like when I miss a line, it's not like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, keep going. I'm like, wait, I'm not hearing that. And sometimes it's something really simple, but like I'm in charge of that. I have to take care of the work so that it's legible for you, so that you take the ride and you don't need to be like trying to hear things more closely. If you can't hear an actor, that's on us. That's not like that shouldn't be your problem.
Yeah.
And so I think,
and you shouldn't have read the play beforehand.
No, like nothing should be required of me. I want to have an experience just walking in. Granted, like, sure, you might have a more interesting experience if you've like with Hamilton, if like you're like steeped in US history, I'm sure that might be a more interesting experience than it was for me.
Yeah. Right.
But like Hamilton slapped because we all learned US history while we watched the show without any requirements before.
Yeah, I feel like if I knew US history, it would probably drive me insane because of how inaccurate it was.
Probably, yeah.
Like, oh, that never happened, actually. Yeah.
What rifle is that?
He wasn't black, actually. He was white.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I saw Hamilton only like 7 years after it had finally opened, and it was like the ensemble had been like replaced by like actors who were like on cruise ships, and so like it wasn't the original cast who had like made that choreography, and it was so fun. It was like the performance of Hamilton done by like classically trained music theater actors who like didn't have that rawness. It was funny. The rifles were moving like a little too gracefully. Yeah.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.